never had luck. Just a hot gutted nuts, stir shady in the cuts. We always stand up, same folks stand out, stand tall when times tough. This living ain't fair. We hurt but don't care. Getting shot, getting poppers every day around here. We live with no fear. We dumb but still here. We strapped and we packed and we up 40 years like it is what it is. Wars for the kids, struggles for the grown. Gotta hustle on your own, 2 hands on the chrome. Sticking to the streets, to the bricks, to the cold. Can't leave that shit alone with misunderstandings. Cause for them cannons, less off. The heart ain't built for the pain and rainfall. Install strength in the struggle, survive. No more drama for my time, no more pain on my mind. Yeah!
Season 5, episode 13 of your Leaders Only show and podcast. We're brought to you by What a Change Mentoring and Tone Drone TV. In today's episode, we do have a returning guest from a previous episode. We'll be catching up and reminiscing with Justin Lee, the creator and producer of the Tubi Now movie Turning Point. Please invite your friends, your family to check out our Leaders Only show. Have a watch party, subscribe to our channel, share it, like it, hit the bell, comment. And if you're watching after the live stream, that's okay. Put a replay, hashtag replay in the comments, and just let us know that you were here. I am your host, Samaj, and we'll be bringing my brother Kendall right on in.
What's up, guys? I'm your host, Kendall. Today I'm gonna hit you with some good news that's going on. What's new in the news? I'll go ahead and start that and kick that off. Peace, everybody. Peace, bro. Everybody, I'm glad to be here. So let's go ahead and kick this up. AI. So training AI takes a heavy toll on Kenyans working for $2 an hour. Digital workers in Kenya had to sift through horrific online content to train AI, but say they were underpaid, overworked, and got inadequate mental health support. What seemed like a ticket to the future was quickly revealed to be anything but for humans in the loop who say they've been exploited. The job offers no stability. Some contracts only offer employment for a few days, some weekly and others monthly. The workplaces are known as AI sweatshops with computers instead of sewing machines. The workers aren't typically hired directly by the big tech companies. Instead, they are employed by mostly Americans outsourcing companies like Sama. The pay for humans in the loop is $1.50 to $2 an hour, and that is gross before tax. Doctors review by 60 Minutes show OpenAI agreed to pay Sama $12.50 an hour per worker, much more than the $2 an hour the workers actually got. Though Sama says what it paid is a fair wage for the region, workers say some of the projects for Meta and OpenAI also caused them mental harm. Some were assigned to train AI to recognize and weed out pornography, hate speech, and excessive violence from social media. They had to sift through the worst of the worst contact online for hours on end, looking at people being slaughtered, engaging in sexual activity with animals, etc. People being abused, children physically and sexually, people committing suicide. So the workers are fighting back. Around 200 digital workers are suing Sama and Meta over unreasonable working conditions that cause them psychological problems. It was proven by a psychiatrist that some of the workers are thoroughly sick. So I'll give you my thoughts on that, right? It's kind of like being taken advantage of. That's how I look at it. Like it's like it's like a get over tactic. Like they set the rate high, and somebody's always trying to get a cut of it and giving the labor workers the less. So it's crazy, man. I don't support it. I don't like it. I feel like you should get paid for what you can do. And it should be a fair wage. It shouldn't be underpaid and getting treated like you less of. So that's how I started off, bro. What you feel?
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's where the future is going, out of the sweatshops into the AI, into the computers, because now there's so many people with independent brands and things of that nature when it comes to clothing, where you don't need as much in the production process outside of the blanks. But this is the way of the future. I mean, you could do everything with like Chat GPT and just a few other apps. So it is sad, you know what I mean, just to see that they are not only paying them $2, per employee, but that the other company was able or willing to pay $12.60, I believe, or $12.50. So
50
where
Yep.
is that? Yeah, where's that other that $10 to $11 going? I believe that there should be some stricter rules. I pray that this lawsuit goes in the favor of the employees, so it can open up more eyes, and then that it can bring more serious rules. And I know Donald Trump is always talking about tariffs and stuff like that. So I would pray that that is one of the things that can come into play. It's not good for anybody. Luckily it's not Americans. That what it would do for me is kind of open the eyes, and be more blessed and more thankful, because you see people out here, they make $2 an hour, $12, you know what I mean, to $14 a day, or $20 at the max. And we're blessed in some cases, to make 100 times that, 10 times that, per hour. It still doesn't balance out because you still have checks and balances with the cost of living. But it does allow you to realize that a lot of the things that we get are extra or bonuses. You know what I mean? In a lot of cultures, we are rich. We are wealthy already. So what it oftentimes does for me is allows me to just be thankful. You know what I mean? That what I have, it allows for reflection even more. Because we always would think about Japanese or Asian sweatshops. You know what I mean, when it came to clothes, and now it's shifted into Kenya. But then it makes you think about things like Sierra Leone, where you got people working like that to find diamonds and find rocks. So we always get
Hmm.
exploited on every landmass. What it will ultimately do is just make me want to figure out how do we rise. You know what I mean? These people are taking a stand in that way, against these companies, but it's a lot of us that should be doing this on multiple continents. And I believe on our continent is one of the main, because although it is not $2, we're getting exploited illegally on multiple levels. So above all, I'm just putting the positivity and the faith and the energy towards those employees winning. And above all, man, I just pray that the universal governments, who are conducting business, I mean, just make it fair. It's never gonna be right, or the company is always gonna outweigh the employees in a lot of these situations. But just make it fair, man. These people got to feed their families. They're trading their time just like anybody else, and nobody should get $2 an hour for their time as if they were in prison. So that is like a form of slavery in itself. So sending that out to
Sir.
them, man. Moving forward, as we are cold, and we got snow on our grounds out here. The California wildfires, they are live and they are updates back to back to back. They have found 10 dead and 180,000 told to evacuate amid apocalyptic scenes of destruction. What we know about the California wildfires is there's been a series of destructive wildfires in the greater Los Angeles area that have killed at least 10 people and forced 180,000 plus from their homes. The true death toll is not known, the authorities have told us, as fires destroy entire streets and thousands of structures. As of today, 153,000 residents remain under evacuation orders. Exceptionally dry conditions and strong Santa Ana winds have fueled the dangerous fires in Los Angeles. Southern California has been abnormally dry for months, even in what is typically the rainy season. Devastating blazes are expected to become more frequent as climate change amplifies the ingredients that helps wildfires ignite and spread. First and foremost, I'll start with prayers. You know what I mean? Just going out to those who have lost anything and they're not going to be replaced. If insurance is not there for you, if you first and foremost own anything and have lost anything, or have family members within this situation, definitely send my prayers and condolences and speedy recovery. Back to whatever the normal will be to these people. But moving forward, I've lived in LA for 7 years. And I know if you're inland, this doesn't really affect you as much, besides maybe being some smoke in the air, maybe seeing some ashes from the wind. But, my observation, I can't help, but give it, on how it feels to me. And I feel like this was a play. You know what I'm saying? After seeing things as such as like Maui, seeing things that happen in with Katrina, seeing things that happen like in Texas, seeing things that happen in North Carolina. I think that was Asheville, North Carolina. Um, More and more I'm starting to see these things as plays. I don't look at this land as the United States that was founded by Christopher Columbus. I look at this land as something priceless. I look at this land as the land of milk and honey. I look at this land as it still has just as many resources that what they tell us that is in Africa. So I still believe that there is diamonds. I still believe that there's gold, there's silver, there's copper, there's oil all through this land that they call America, right? I also believe that there are treaties, there are documents in play, of some sort. Then that's why you'll see three homes, get wiped out, and then the one right next to it is perfectly fine, but it looks more modern. So to me, I feel like it was a play to take out those homes that were laying on the coastline, so they can move those homes back and never do that again, because it was a safe hazard, it was an insurance hazard. Those homes were made of wood, and when you have wood, by water, it does cause problems that is going to make the foundation weaker. Those homes were built in like the 1920s to the 50s, and we are now in 2025. So they were going to either collapse or, they were going to be burnt up. I also seen something about how electric companies are moving to smart meters. And it seems like all the homes that have been accepted and getting these smart meters were able to be fire started. I also felt like it was weird to see fires burn down whole houses and homes, and trees be right next to the home and they don't catch on fire at all. Just like the Maui situation, nothing blue was burned, which led me to believe that these were laser created fires. I don't believe that these are natural created fires. We're in the middle of the coldest time of year, even in LA. After living there, I do know that it does get chilly in the evening, and the temperature does drop pretty drastically in the fall. In the winter time, it does go down about 20 to 30 degrees, whereas though your highs are in the upper 60s, 70s. So these fires, I always look at the land. You know what I mean? I'm always following what's coming. Smart cities are coming. The Olympics are coming in 2028. So it's not what to me. I'm just no longer can play the dummy or get a politically correct answer. I just think it's something deeper. I know that this is not what it looks like, and it's not cool. You know what I mean? It's really not cool because I feel like the media propagates. Um, the stories and shows everybody across the world fire, 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 and like she said, it looks like an apocalyptic scene. But I could call my business partner like, "Yo, you good?" Like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like, "Yeah, I knew you was good. I just wanted to make sure you was good." You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, hit me, because we live in downtown. We lived in Hollywood. You know, it does, the fires and stuff don't start until you're basically in the valley. You know, in the hills. And like I was telling Biscuits and them yesterday, you know, the Palisades is one of the most beautiful places. Take the homes out. You know, let's just take these homes out and go back about 300 years to the 1800s, to the 1700s. And man, there's roses growing out. And like, bro, this is in the middle of a mountain, and you see the water, and it's like some of the most beautiful stuff you've seen that will resemble Italy. It can resemble Greece. What happened was they destroyed our indigenous land. That's why we don't still have the Colosseum up, and we don't still have gold statues and stuff, and Queen Khalifa and stuff like that. But I feel like they're running a play on stuff that's supposed to be ours anyway. And my heart literally just goes out to anybody who's a normal person who owned anything and got tricked out of any insurance, or got tricked out of missing any payments for their home to get devastated. Because just like Katrina and all these other places, you owned the home, you didn't own the land, so most likely you won't be able to rebuild and get that space back. So that's just how I feel about that. Just get right with God, man. Get right with the Most High in the best way and form and fashion that you can, because there's a lot of moving pieces going on right now.
Yeah, man. Basically, yeah, you summed it up, man. That's you hit on the head. I was, you know, we on the same type of time, so we know what's going on. Um,
Hmm.
you hit on the head, man. So as we dive into our break, man, um, we uh we encourage everybody to stay in their best as they can every day in their physical, mental, emotional states. We encourage y'all to get out and do something positive. We encourage y'all to really open up your eyes and pay attention. Start to pay attention to what's going on. If you're not listening to someone, or you need outreach, we throw snippets in there all the time. Just pay attention. Um, but we do have our own line. You don't have to call all the time. It's a text, call, leave a message. Line 988. Don't hesitate, because it'll be too late, man. It's never a time that you can miss them. They are 24/7, all day, every day, any time of day. If you see something, hear something, see something, just pay attention. Outreach. Somebody come to you, that's not in the state, or you recognize something that ain't right. It's nothing to hit that line, man, to save somebody or save yourself,
Yeah.
to get help. So always, man, we always practice that 988, text, call, leave a message, whatever you have to do. Just make sure you do it.
Yes, and to piggyback on that, man, make sure y'all work out all forms of your body. So please start picking up some books so we can exercise our mind, because just leaving from that last segment, a lot of this stuff that's going on was put in books already 40, 50 years ago that it was going to happen. So just leaving that in there. As we move forward, we definitely told you that we had a special guest coming on today. So we wanted to welcome Justin Lee, the creator, producer, and director of Turning Point, to the show, man.
Yes, sir. Welcome, Justin.
Yes, indeed.
Man, hey, thanks, fellas. I appreciate you guys, man.
Yes, indeed, man. We'd like to thank you for being here and joining us today. We want to congratulate you just starting off, because the last time you were here, we were talking about the movie coming, and we were getting behind the scenes snippets. So we wanted to let people know congratulations for finishing your project, and actually getting it in the world, because that's the top piece of inspiration. A lot of times
Yes,
stories, a lot
sir.
of time big ideas, a lot of times big goals, big dreams, but the follow through, completion is very important. So it is dope to have you here, and we congratulate you for first and foremost getting it on Tubi, and that's for free. We checked it out, so everybody go out there and you can definitely check it out. How you feeling today,
Yes, sir.
man? We want to welcome you in. How you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Like amazing service at church today, man. And hey, you guys, I applaud you guys, man. Every time I'm able to just be on y'all show and just fellowship and hang out with y'all, Man, y'all are some deep brothers, man. Like y'all nothing but the truth. Y'all continue just doing what y'all doing, man, and telling the truth to these people. Don't allow ignorance to be a blindfold over people's eyes. And you guys are removing those barriers and those blindfolds, man. So y'all just continue to do what y'all doing, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Just glad to be a part of this. And thanks to Tony and Denise as well.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed,
sir.
man.
Yes,
No
sir,
doubt,
man.
man. It's always a pleasure, man. This is what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? And there's nothing better than getting in at the beginning. You know what I mean? And showing people that you
Hmm.
believe in them at the beginning. So, with that being said, man, like you said, man, we caught up with you before. We want to roll to a piece of the interview that we got from you behind the scenes, and then we're gonna come back and discuss.
Let's go.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's Kendall, man, your host. We out here live on set with Justin Lee. Here trying to get some footage, man. The Leaders Only show. We here to just ask you a couple questions, man,
Yeah, let's
about
do
what
it.
you got going on.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, so we got this film called Turning Point, and it's an inspirational and motivational film about a young man overcoming adversity, trials, and circumstances through his faith in God. And I mean, this is a project that can relate to anybody. Like the young man, he faces unforeseen circumstances, but even if somebody's been in a divorce, if somebody's been incarcerated, you on probation, or if somebody failed an exam or test at school, it doesn't mean that life is over for you.
Right.
It means that God and your faith can help overcome any circumstance and obstacle that you may face. Just putting your trust in Him.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you this: What why did y'all decide to tell his story though?
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically just talking about my background and a lot of obstacles that I faced in life too. And the title Turning Point, it comes from a support group. And my support group they had meetings on Thursdays, and it's just basically people coming together talking about different challenges that people face. Some of it is obesity, some of it is anger issues, some of them is alcohol or drug addiction. And the group Turning Point just focuses on making a pivotal point in our lives through the help of Jesus Christ. And that story can be related to anybody,
Right.
whether you young, old, skinny, fat, black, white. Turning Point is just about making a pivotal change in your life, headed in a positive direction, and just finding your purpose and knowing what God's plan is for your life. That's pretty much what the film is about.
Man, that's dope, man. So is let me ask you this: What impact do you think that this film would do in the community, though? How would you think this would impact?
Man, so for me, I mean, it's impacting me because I never thought I would be even doing anything like this.
Right.
Like, I grew up in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, and so we filmed a lot of the.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's Kendall, man. Yo.
So for me, I mean, it's impacting me because I never thought I would be even doing anything like this.
Right.
Like, I grew up in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, and so we filmed a lot of the scenes and the project, in Sea Pleasant. We're here in Alabama Avenue or Massachusetts Avenue, and we'll be over there at Harmony Memorial Park. So I'm a local guy, so I never thought I would be doing anything like this, but it's just the people that is touching, the community. Like, people have been crying, saying, man, we need things like this. We need the positivity. We need, projects like this to be uplifting. And the people that are involved in the project, they inspire me and they motivate me. It's like an awesome cast. One of the guys, Julian Grimes, he's here. He plays the character Trey. It's a lot of people that are talented, man. They've been doing this for like years and years, and I just feel just honored and blessed to even have opportunity to have even like these people come into my life, even like this interview. I'm getting inspired by just us talking because it's shedding a light on things that we as a community don't talk about, but things that need to be emphasized because we all have struggles, but we don't always want to talk about them. But when we can, share and exchange, then we can build each other up instead of, tearing each other down and toting guns and doing all of this violence and stuff that's tearing down the community.
Absolutely, man. But we at the Leaders Only podcast and show, man, we appreciate you. We see your vision. We can't wait to see the outcome of the movie. We definitely gonna tune in. With any updates, we're in the premature stage of their movie, so we get to see the first footage coming here from the Leaders Only Digital Show and Podcast, man. We thank Mr. Mancy with the What a Change Mentoring Inc. And we also thank Tone Drone TV. And we also thank you, Mr. Justin Lee.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys. And I wanted to introduce one of the cast members. His name is Julian Grimes.
Yeah.
He's a young guy, man, up and coming actor. And I mean, he's just super talented. I mean, the entire cast is talented. The production team, I mean, these guys are like top tier, and it's just a blessing to just be a part of this. So thank you guys.
We appreciate you, man. And like we said, man, always we're going to tune in, and we can't wait for the film to come out. Catch y'all soon.
Yeah, man. So,
And then, man,
you know,
welcome
man,
back to the Leaders Only Show. We sit here with
that's
Justin Lee.
crazy,
That
man.
was
To see that from
interview
it's crazy to see that from back then and see where we at now, man. So it's exciting, man, and to hear the things that you said then, and then for me to tune in and watch it, and I could see where the young man that Trey that he had played, man, he got a little sense of humor, man. So it's real big, man. So I commend y'all, man. Good job, man. So from that clip, man, just tell us how you feel now. Like what do you
Man,
feel like now that it's out? That you done released it and got it on Tubi. So how do you feel now about it?
man, it's just a crazy experience, man. Like it's like people are calling me and like saying, "Hey, man, like we seen the movie," and when they say they see it, I'm always asking them like, "Man, what did you like? What you think about it?" I get still like get a little nervous because you don't want nobody to say like your movie was trash or somebody they like, "Man, this joint exceeded my expectations. I thought it was gonna be this, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be." So I just feel like excited and like just thankful and blessed that people can actually are receptive to the project and people are actually enjoying it. And it's different organizations, that are, planning different activities to showcase it to their church, church youth program and community groups that trying to, show it to some of the teens and in their neighborhoods and in the community. So it's just an honor, man. I just feel blessed to even it's like I get like goosebumps because I probably watched it like on every TV in my house, so I turn on the TV and I see like the cover art on it, and then I watch it, on TV, and I see my name and stuff. So man, I'm just thankful, man. It's just by the grace of God that any of this stuff is possible because I just thankful and appreciative, and it just feels gives you more motivation and to try and do more and try to make more of an impact, and asking God like what else could I be doing to try to help show his love for people that really need it, because there's so many people struggling and people are losing hope, and you got to have something that inspires people and shows them like some glimpse and light to help give them hope so they can, continue in their journey. So I'm just feel blessed that God even helped us to even get that done.
Yes, sir.
yes, indeed. What was the process like getting it on Tubi?
Yeah, so it was, I mean, I won't say it was a challenge. It's about, they say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Hmm.
And it's all about networking and building relationships. And we were blessed. One of the actresses, her mom is like this huge executive director. She's got a show called Double Cross on Stars. She's well connected
Hmm.
with
Oh, okay.
like folks out in Hollywood and California and Atlanta. So I mean, I reached out to her. She came by my house. Sat and watched the movie, and she said, "Oh yeah, like I think we could get this on a couple of platforms." So, it was still a process because you gotta make sure you copyright, your intellectual
Hmm.
property. You have to put the film in a certain format. You got to make sure that the stereo sound, make sure that the sound is in a certain format, and so it's still an entire process that you got to go through, before someone even picks it up. But I mean, but they
Mm-hmm.
made the process, kind of seamless. They have about 30 or 40 different networks that they show your project to, including like Amazon Prime, Tubi, Freevee, Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
Peacock. And if these streaming platforms are interested in your project, they'll reach out to you, or reach out to your agent, and they'll reach out and send out a contract. So we're not only going to be on Tubi, we're also going to be on this network called Swag TV in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, and it's another network called Future Today. So I'm like, man, this is more than what I had even expected for this project. So yeah, I'm just blessed and excited, man, to do the next one.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's
man.
up.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So that was a good question too. So my question is, now that you see it for yourself, I know you could kind of like it was all right. So I started like this. The unique thing when I first turned the movie on was it took me right to when we was there because that was the first scene that we seen. We was behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So to hear nobody saying nothing and then just seeing the preacher do that scene, we was actually there and nobody was actually saying nothing but the preacher. So to actually see it, like, dang, dog, when we was there, nobody was even saying nothing. I ain't hear nobody clapping. I ain't hear nobody doing none of that. But I noticed everybody had the headphones on and things of that nature. So that was dope, man. So I wanted to ask you is, as you watch the movie now, could you see some of the things that you wanted to better in it? Like far as
Oh
the
yeah, like,
production and things of that nature.
man, like absolutely, man. I mean, when you watch it, it's like even during the editing process, like the post-production process, it's like you'll find like so many small details, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's like little glitches with the sound, or like small things with the placement of the microphones. And to the for people that are watching it for the first time, they might not notice those small details, but I probably seen the movie probably like 50 times or like 60 times, because you got to go through each second, each frame, just to try and remove those little glitches that people might get hung up on and kind of
Mm-hmm.
cause a distraction. So there are absolutely things that I would want to do differently. And looking at different projects, for one, you know you got to have like a good budget so you can hire the production team and get all of the equipment that you need. So there's some things that we're going to incorporate for the next one, as far as having more of a cinematic quality.
Mm-hmm.
The cast, they were excellent. Some things that I'm
Yeah.
learning in this process is that if you have like a A-list or like a B-list actor, that is well known and people recognize them, that's another thing that we will want to do, in the future. So yeah, there's definitely, room for improvement. But I mean, for this to be like our first project, man, I couldn't ask for nothing like more, because like I don't need, I'm still learning in this thing. And so I'm just glad that this joint is even on TV. I'm like, bro, this is like crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, we
that's
definitely
dope.
definitely checked it out, and that's the lens I looked at it from. It's like bittersweet, you know what I'm saying? But this is like that sweet spot where, before somebody gets to Hollywood, before they get to doing, writing up their passion projects, and then they're getting changed now because you want this $13 million budget, you're gonna have to twist this a little bit, turn that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I told you at the beginning of the show, it was about when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a dreamer, when you are a person from our community, that's our problem. We critique too heavy instead of clapping for somebody for just getting it done. And then you
Yeah.
get to be resourceful. Like this is something like I was telling you before that I want to continue to work with you on. But this is something that we need to go when you do promotion and marketing, go directly to
Mm-hmm.
schools, go directly to because this is not a blockbuster film. You know what I'm saying? This
Mm-hmm.
is a film of somebody starting their they're starting their journey, right? And you're gonna be able to look back, you know what I'm saying, to like, dang, yo, you got a point of reference. But right now, it's all about the story. Does the story catch? Is it identifiable? What did you do with what you had? You know what I mean? Oftentimes, you strike gold. I'll use Marlon Wayans as an example. We know how they have, resources, and they got more connects. But like, for instance, something like a scary movie where they take $4 million and it turns into a 9-digit, grossing film. You know what I mean? Because now they know the trick. Well, it's the same thing. You got to use those same tricks with the smaller budget to create, or something like the Straight Outta Compton that made a cost maybe no more than $7 million, but it did the same thing. It went into 150 million in that weekend. But you get better over time. Like I said, I watched it. I watched the whole thing. It's a hour and 29 minutes. I thought it was dope how you had one character that didn't speak. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but you had one character that didn't speak until the end. And then, see, when you're an entrepreneur, when you have something, that somebody, when they're dealing with budget, that 1 hour and 29 minutes, if it go to 1 hour and 30, 31, it's going to keep costing. It's going to keep costing. So, you would want to know more, maybe a pan from, okay, why don't homeboy speak? You know what I'm saying? Or what thing did that? But for him not to, you can identify, well, that's why young men in the community don't open up. You know what I mean? They've been let down for so long. People left them. They don't have their parents, or the fact that somebody was actually looking for him. So how people can look at, we're going to get these type of examples. And then the way, the title of the story itself, that turning point, to see, one man have a dream, based on his parents, and then, the person that you met in the home wants to help you because of the family that he met. I felt like that was cool, because that's what it's going to take. Your situation may be better than mine, and I might have more skills in this situation than you, but what you don't have, what I'm saying, I can fix, and what I don't have, you supposed to fix. And that's the way we supposed to be. So to see it pushed in a young man's, mind, that's what's going to be needed, because nowadays it's every man for themselves, and all the youngins are competing by block and by whatever gang they make up online. That I feel like that, that was dope. And just keep doing what you're doing, continue to get better. As I said, I'll be calling you tomorrow, because it is inspiring. You know what I mean? We all, like, I wrote a book, we all sit down and we write ideas, we write songs, we write poems. And we don't have that 6 degrees of separation where we say, hey man, you a director, can I talk to you for a minute? How much is it going to be? Does this inspire you to maybe want to work with me? We don't know. All our days, what I mean, you just wish, and you think that, oh man, I got to get to Hollywood, man, I got to go audition for, Dancing with the Stars, or I got to make it like so miraculously. But you got a brother from Seat Pleasant, that still, go to work, still has his wife, still has these things. So it just lets you know on multiple facets that you don't have to be single, and you don't have to be running the streets, and you don't have to quit working. You got to be realistic. And I think that's what the most beautiful part of your story is, because it just inspires other people not to give up just because they have to.
Thanks,
Yes,
man.
sir.
They have to.
Yes, sir,
Go
man.
ahead, bro.
So this is what I want to say to you, Mr. Lee. I'm gonna give you a story, and it goes to, it relates to us. But I just give you an example. Jamal Hill is a director, right? That's somebody that's known in the movie industry. I'm pretty sure you know who Jamal Hill is. If not, he's a director, a movie writer. He started out on the same type of platform as you. He used to be our barber. He's like a cousin to us in our family. But he used to be our barber. He used to cut my hair when I was a kid. All that, right? It shocked me to finally find out, right? When I did find out, um, me watching Prime movies all the time. I'm always on Amazon Prime, and to see my cousin's movie on there, not even knowing that he was a director, that this was
What?
an avenue that he was doing. I just been knowing him from being a barber, you know. But he has over 20 movies.
What?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
real
made
talk. And he started
Brotherly
just like
Love.
you.
Yeah, that Brotherly
Yep.
Love
Dang.
movie is one of his best joints. He worked on
And that's the
iRobot, but
Meek Mill
he
movie.
cool with yeah, Philly Visions. He's cool with Charlie Mack and them. So yeah,
Wow.
man. But like I said, man, it's that's definitely a dope and true story. The only advice I give any brothers when they walking in that line, because I work very tight with Hollywood, is what you religion, no religion, all that. Don't lose sight of the Most High, because although we all have aspirations and dreams, that world is a different world, and I'll just say that, you know what I'm saying. So stay true, man. Always, make sure the Most High is in you, starting out on the right foot. Make sure the Most High is always in your decisions, and if it don't feel right, you don't have to compromise, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
need more. We need more people to complete it, to see it through. One of the biggest things with that straight out of Compton thing that hurt me, I had actually got into a argument. It was such a fruitful argument because a year later my cousin apologized, but Ice Cube and Dr. Dre did not pay for that film, and that's what hurt me so much, because it's like they're moguls. They got to the end of the tunnel and got the mega millions, and you still waited for a production company. You still waited for this to pay for the film. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, man, no, you know what I'm saying? Hold out, teach. We got to teach our
Mm-hmm.
youngsters that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's popular at that time, but what about when you're gone? Your kids have kids. Now you're working with your
Mm-hmm.
grandkids, and they still eating off Turning Point, and they still eating or
Mm-hmm.
whatever that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Mm-hmm.
was able to talk to your wife, and you was able to talk to your kids and say, look, it's movie time. Daddy's in movie
Mm-hmm.
time. Being honest. And when we in movie time, that's budget time. That means
Mm-hmm.
we ain't eating ramen, but we not gonna get this, and we not going to the this, and we not no. We everybody's all in. I need everybody to respect what daddy got going on. And it becomes even dope when you can incorporate your family, because you start opening up jobs and avenues that you didn't have at first. Right now
Mm-hmm.
you working, but you're gonna get in a position where, hey, babe, you might be the light person, or you know what I mean. You the person that heads over you know what I mean. You casting, because you got to cast people, and you literally
Yeah.
interview the person for the wardrobe. All these type of businesses and avenues for jobs, careers
Mm-hmm.
open up. Like you get to really be the the head that wears the crown. It's a mighty heavy
You get to be the
crown.
Tyler Perry of the movement, you know?
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing
Yeah.
because you get to be the nucleus for an income stream, and that's what we
Yeah.
need in our community, because we don't have
Oh yeah.
many income streams that don't get infiltrated, and then you look up like, yo, what happened? I know
Mm-hmm.
you all the
Mm-hmm.
way up there, but guess what? You don't have no connection to us down here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we don't know you no
Yeah.
more. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
And it's
So
dope, man.
definitely, man. Like
And
I
this is
said,
Yeah.
and
man,
you're the second guy within since we started this show. We're going in our third year, and Maryland has a lot of recognition out there. You're the second talent. Not the same avenue. I know another guy, which one of my friends, one of my homeboys that I work out and that's in fitness. His name is Rip Wright, and they do a thing called they do calisthenic athletes, and y'all got a guy out there that's
Mm-hmm.
Man Time Fitness. He's a light skinned cat, and he's like that, and it just shows that y'all bringing different avenues to the PG County area. Um,
Yeah.
yours is yours is C Pleasant, and he's from Landover, which is right across the street
Right
from each
down the
other. So
street.
yeah, so it's dope, man. I
Yeah.
commend you. Thank you for getting it done, because I'm not gonna say we ever doubted you, but most people will doubt you in that and say, "Oh yeah, he ain't gonna never get that joint done." But you did the thing. You got it done. Kudos. Big shouts out
Yeah.
to you. And it is like I said, it's dope, man, because we are the same, and to see you continue to push. Don't like the team that you got in the background, but I commend you
Hey,
though.
look. Hey, look. Hey, man, we working on actually. Hey, so look. So when we talk about the family and the legacy, so the pastor, that's my cousin. And then
okay.
and then the other guy that was singing at the funeral scene, that's my cousin too. And so,
Okay.
like, man, even a lot of the extras and stuff that were in the church scene, like a lot of family and friends. But I even see with this next project that we working on titled Plight, man, this is going to
Mm-hmm.
be it's more like you say, like more like building a community, because now people are asking and saying, hey, like I want to learn,
What's
like
next?
how do you do this? Like how
Yeah.
like I have some ideas. What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? And I'm like, hey, like we got a call on Tuesday. I'll send you the link. And so we'll be on these calls and we'll just be sharing information, man. And so it's like it's more of like a community, type of thing and not just an individual because we all here to help each other and just share the information. I'm not the type to be
Mm-hmm.
like withholding information and somebody is trying to learn. It's like, why can't we all
Yeah.
work together? And I feel like with this next project, Plight, man, it's more and more people trying to learn and getting involved than what we had before. So yeah, like I'm just excited about what God is doing and just looking forward to just keep moving things forward in a positive direction.
Yeah, man,
That's
that's
dope.
dope. And that was our next question, man. What was next? So we look forward to Plight. Send over some auditions. Don't be stingy with the auditions. And like I said, man, and also just sending over information so we can also let people know too if they want to audition or if you know what I mean. So we can continue to share stuff.
For
We
sure.
definitely gonna. I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow, just so we can continue to build ideas. I have questions, so definitely want to be on that call on Tuesday. But above all, man, keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and stay inspired. I know it gets tough. I know life be lifing, and the only thing we can do is pivot. You know what I mean? That's a powerful
Yes,
word,
sir.
because it don't never go exactly how you say,
Mm-hmm.
but the finished product is still the finished product. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
where the Most High comes in and tests you. Do you really want to do it? I know I'm pretty sure you had days where you like, dang man, we ain't gonna get this done, or the budget might have got tight this week.
Mm-hmm.
But above all, that's what brings the testimony. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the movie piece. You know what I'm saying? There's the phone call community piece, but then there's a part that you become a philanthropist. You know what I'm saying? There's a part where you get to give your testimony to youngsters who looking to continue to just be rappers or just continue, just going to be athletes. But all of these components, it takes cameras. You know what I'm saying? It takes a director. They even have directors of short films. They got directors of videos,
Mm-hmm.
documentaries. So the more we can show young brothers of copper colored men who look like multiple facets of the community, and let them know that, hey man, this is cool. I'm a director. I'm an author. You know what I mean? I'm a mental health
Mm-hmm.
coach. I'm a trainer. I'm a this, I'm a that. Nobody yelled out the typical things, the stereotypical things yet. And
Mm-hmm.
it gives them the opportunity to come talk. If you don't talk, that's on you. But if somebody
Mm-hmm.
came and kept giving you ample opportunities with an open end for you to learn, then it's on you. And that's all we got to do as the OGs now. We're in that age bracket where our OGs, they're kicking their feet up. They ran their course, and it's up to us to do it our way. Come up with creative ways to make it better and bridge that gap. You know what I mean? Yeah, but just thank you, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I look forward to the next project, and just like I said, continue to help where we can.
Yes,
Absolutely,
sir,
man.
man. We appreciate you,
Yeah, man.
Mr.
So
Lee.
in
So,
closing, yeah, man, definitely. You gonna close us out?
so yeah, within closing, man, this is the Leaders Only Show, man, digital show and podcast. We always want to commend our guests. Thank you, appreciate you, show gratitude to our guest, Mr. Justin Lee. You are our guest, this returning guest today. Big
Yes.
shouts out to Turning Point. Thank you, Tubi, for the
Yeah.
opportunity for their
Yes.
movie. If you miss us on the live streaming, man, you can always catch us. Hit pound replay in the chat. We brought to you here by What a Change Mentoring Inc. and Tone Drone TV. I'm one of your hosts, Kendall, and my brother is and I'm always here with Samaj
Say what up.
every Sunday, 2 o'clock on our YouTube channel. If you don't know how to get in contact with us, look at the ticker. It's always there. But
Yes.
our email is leadersonly22@gmail.com. All our IG platforms. If you need a mental health chef, you got Samaj
Yes.
right here. If you need a regular
Yes.
chef, I ain't doing the pork and I ain't doing the beef, but I got you on anything else that you need. You can tap in with me. You need somebody to come clean your house, your office, anything of that nature. I do have a cleaning service. If you need to be moved, we do have a moving service. If you need any type of fitness training, we got me or Samaj. You need a coach? Samaj is here. You need Man, look, we got everything you need. Just tap in at the Leaders Only Show and Podcast, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you again, Mr. Lee. Peace.
Yes. And hit www.mentalhealthchef.com.
Yes, sir. 9882 for that line. Don't hesitate.
Or to this day, what inspires you as now a film director, a film creator, and a film writer?
What inspires me? I just don't like touching people, inspiring people.
Mm-hmm.
That inspires me. It's like I don't want to like die and then God be like, you could have did like so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, well, you make it to heaven, but you were supposed to do like this and that. And I had this for you. And I want you to touch these people. And I want you to do that. And then you'd be like, well, I can't go back to earth now. I just live your life like short of the goal that God wants you to do and be and everything. So that's kind of like my motivation. Like I don't even be trying to go to like sleep if it's something that I know I can still do like today.